Hey there. Hello and welcome back to Creativity Delivered with Ashley and Tiffany. My name is Tiffany Almeida. I'm with Pretty and Paper Crafts, and I am bringing you a project using the Gumball Greetings Bundle. That is the theme for Creativity Delivered in January. In your kit, you will have the shaker material called Frosted Beads Assortment, the Gumball Machine Shaker Domes, and you'll also have a pack of the Simply Marvelous Designer Series paper that is part of Celebration. So you're going to get half a pack of this beautiful paper in your kit. And you'll also have supplies to make 2 of this project. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing we have is all of the supplies here to go through. You have a piece of that beautiful Simply Marvelous Designer Series paper that's going to go on your card base. You can actually go ahead and just start by adhering that piece down. Now you have 2 sides to choose from, so choose the side that you like most. I know it's hard when both sides are so pretty to choose the one that you want. So I'm going to choose the lighter background as my background point. So I'm going to adhere this down. Okay, so there's our card base. Now you'll also have another piece of basic white. This is going to be our background for our gumball, and it needs to be die cut and embossed. I'm going to show you that step here in a second. You have a scrap of Gorgeous Grape cardstock. Now you can see my sample is lighter than Gorgeous Grape. This is Highland Heather, and I felt like it got drowned out in that DSP. So we're going to use Gorgeous Grape this time. We're going to use a darker piece. I've also cut you a piece of adhesive sheet. Now I really encourage you to use the adhesive sheets when you're die cutting the pieces. It's going to make gluing them together a lot easier. You also need a scrap of Simply Marvelous Designer Series paper. We're going to use that to cut the gumball machine, and a piece of the silver foil for the metallic portion of the gumball. This scrap is going to be used with our shaker material, so we'll set this aside, and then you have a tag for your sentiment. Okay, so let's go ahead and start die cutting. The first thing you want to do is take, again, that adhesive sheet, peel off the backing, and adhere down to the back of your Gorgeous Grape cardstock. Okay, so just like that. So we're going to die cut that piece. We're going to die cut this piece and die cut this. So we're basically going to die cut all 4 of these pieces. So let's go through what we're going to actually die cut. So there's lots of pieces to the gumball machine. It's kind of hard to keep it all straight. So we have the detailed piece of the base. So we need to cut that one out of the Gorgeous Grape. We've got the lid of the gumball machine we're going to do out of the Designer Series paper. Here's the outside piece of the, oh, I didn't cut myself a piece big enough. Let me grab a different scrap of the Gorgeous Grape. Okay, so again, just, you're going to cut these 2 pieces out of the Designer Series paper, this piece out of the details. We've got another piece for the detail. We've got this piece and this itty bitty piece here, like so. Okay, so you've got 4 pieces to cut out of the Gorgeous Grape. You've got 2 pieces to cut out of the Designer Series paper. You have the opening to cut out of the basic white, and then you have these 2 metal pieces to cut out of the foil. Okay, the rest of these we can put away. We don't need them. So let's go ahead and bring the machine in and die cut these pieces. One of the things I want to point out to you is that all of these pieces fit in the mini machine, which is super helpful. I'm going to use a piece of washi tape to kind of hold things still. Now, when you're doing your dome, you want to make sure that you're about half an inch away from the top. So you have space for the lid, and then you have space for the body down below. So just about half an inch from the top. Also keep in mind, there is a wide portion of the die and a little skinny portion of the die. See how this is bigger than this? You want the smaller piece going towards the top. Otherwise your dome is not going to fit right, and it's going to show adhesive through. So we're gonna just die cut that piece out. Now I can't do this piece for you because you need to die cut first and then you emboss. So I can't do the embossing piece on this piece for you. So if you don't have the dots folder, then just use a different embossing folder of your choice that you do have, okay? So I've cut my dome out. Let's go ahead and cut all these pieces out. Remember, this is the piece that has the adhesive sheet. It's really hard to keep track of those tiny little dies, so just set that aside and we'll be careful with that. And then we're going to cut these two pieces out. Okay, that's it for the die cutting. Oh, nope, I lied. One more piece, the silver. So we'll set that aside. Get our silver piece. Okay, there's that. All right, so now we are going to emboss. So we have our polka dot embossing folder. This will fit in our mini machine. So I'm just going to put my piece in the dots. This one comes in a pair of two. It's the checks and dots embossing folders. Now, so since this is not a 3D embossing folder, I need the 3 plate, which is a little bit thicker. Nice and easy to run through. And it's going to emboss our polka dots. Okay, that's it for the machine. Now it's time to put all of our little pieces together. So let's go ahead and take out all of our pieces that we die cut, and we'll put our dies away. Okay. So don't lose that little piece. That's the tiniest little die piece I've ever seen in my life. And I'm just going to put these away so I don't lose them. Okay. So this piece here, you need to pop out the centerpiece. You don't need that. So these two pieces, these two long pieces and this middle piece, you don't need. You can throw those away. But you do need this piece and this piece for your lid. So we'll do those there in a second. So the first thing we're going to do is peel off the backing of this detailed piece in Gorgeous Grape. Like so. And we're going to glue that down. And see why this adhesive sheet is so important. Because trying to put glue on this would have been an absolute nightmare. Okay, somebody on my Facebook Live the other day called this gumball machine surgery, and which is absolutely true. Okay, so we're going to peel off the backing of this longer piece, and that's going to be the bottom section. Remember that game Operation as a kid? I played that game. It was so difficult, but I feel like this is like the exact same game. All right, so then this piece goes on the lid of our gumball machine right here across the bottom. And then this tiny piece, which is going to be near impossible to peel the backing off of. There we go. It actually goes on the very top of this lid here. There we go. Okay, so there's our lid and our piece there. And then we have our silver piece, which I'm just going to glue down with liquid glue right over the center. And our little lever, going to put right in the middle. Okay. Now, the one thing I want to point out that's really cool is you can actually have little secret messages inside this little door. There are stamps that do little tiny messages that fit inside. Now, mine is on an embossed piece of basic white, so it would be almost impossible for me to stamp something on there. So, but it would be a fun place to put a secret message. Okay, so now it's time to get one of our shaker domes. So we're going to grab a shaker dome out of our pack. These are the Gumball shaker domes. This is why it was very important to die cut the short side at the top and the long side at the bottom, because there is a top and a bottom to this die. So we're going to peel off the backing on the front of the dome, and we're going to put that in the back of our paper. You'll just want to center the piece so that no adhesive is showing on the sides of the dome. Doesn't matter about top and bottom. Top and bottom will be covered, but we do care about the sides. Now I'm going to put adhesive on the back of my little lid here and put that on the top. And then we're going to do the same thing on the bottom. Now you can see the difference. I made this, this machine is in darker Gorgeous Grape. This one's Highland Heather, so you can see this one's a little bit darker. I like the darker look of the machine, but you can see now you have like a choice of the variety. Okay, so for the actual shaker material, we're going to turn our dome over and we're going to fill it with beads. Okay. And then we're going to peel the backing off of our dome. And here we have that scrap. Remember that scrap that we cut? We're going to put that scrap over top of the dome, push down really well, make sure it's nice and stuck so that the beads don't come out. Okay. And then once we've got that done, we can put adhesive on the back and glue it to our card front. Like so. Okay. There is our card. Now we're going to stamp our sentiment. May your day be filled with all the best things. Super cute little sentiment there. Grab a block real quick, and we're going to grab our Gorgeous Grape ink. And stamp on our label. Like that. And then we can glue our label down to the right top hand corner of our card. Like so. Okay, and then we have some Gorgeous Grape ribbon, just a little Gorgeous Grape ribbon to tie a tiny bow. You don't need a big bow. Don't want to take away from the focus of this really cool gumball machine. Oops. Kind of hard to tie a little bow with big man fingers. There we go. So I'll just fuss with my bow here for a second. Trim off any of the frayed edges there. And then we'll use a glue dot to glue that bow to the center of our gumball machine. And there you go. You have a super cute gumball machine card. I absolutely love this. I love the purples. I know lots of people who their favorite colors are purple, and so this is going to make a great birthday card for them. I hope you enjoyed, and thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.